I love the premise of the show. Smart people talking about dumb shit.
I think it's dumb people talking about smart shit. Oh, we go where we not supposed to go, baby.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for joining us for another week. And today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores, the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile. And it's so simple. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase. Let's start this show. We back, baby.
We back.
I ain't gonna lie, this fucking Invisalign kicking my ass.
Yeah, it seems like you keep pushing it.
Because you know you got to switch it every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And when you when you first put it in, after every 2 weeks, that's when that shit hurts the most.
Oh, this is
man.
day one of the new tray?
It's like day two.
Yeah.
Day two of the new tray. Maybe day two. I put it in yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so day two.
And are you doing 20 hours a day or whatever the fuck they say? Trying it.
Yeah, you know.
I never did that shit.
I feel like you need a little breather.
Yeah, just sleep in it. All I did is go to sleep in it.
Really? Oh, no, I wear it all day. But like I say, if I eat dinner at night, I don't put it back on because I know at night I'm going to have me a drink. Yeah. I'm going to do an edible. I'm going to get the munchies. Yeah. So I ain't got time to be taking it in and out. You know what I mean? So I just sit there, let it breathe for a minute. Yeah. And like you said, put it back in before I go to sleep.
Yeah. Are you doing edibles every night?
No, I only do edibles on weekends.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a drug addict. I don't need edibles to survive, to cope with life.
You know who I bumped into yesterday?
A drug addict, clearly.
No.
If this is what you're using to seg into it.
No, but she's fucking great. Is Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my girl. Love Tiffany. Where you saw her at? She's in New York?
Yeah, she's in New York.
What the fuck? How she in New York? She ain't hit me. What she was doing in New York?
She's maybe shooting something.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, I bumped into her last night at this bar, and I haven't had a one-on-one conversation with her before.
She was talking to me about you recently.
She is a force.
Duh.
She is an absolute, unstoppable, force.
All energy. Absolutely.
I mean,
you gotta read her book. You should read her book, The Last Black Unicorn.
I want to.
No, you should read her book. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I ever got turned on to Tiffany was Neil Brennan and Moshe Kash's podcast, The Champs. I had met Tiffany years ago when we were filming Guy. No, it wasn't Guy. It was before Guy Code. Me and Duval were filming.
Hood State of the Union?
No, it was like a little bit right after Hood State of the Union. We first started doing stuff with Viacom. I think it was like what's that show VH1 used to do? Best 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Maybe Best Week Ever, one of them shit like that. It was one of them talking head shows. Yeah. So I met Tiffany way back then, but I heard her Champs interview in like 2014, 2015. And when you hear that interview, you like,
she's charged up.
Man.
She's charged up. I mean, it was unbelievably entertaining talker.
Oh, so y'all was kicking it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, no, we were just chopping it up.
Nah, she good people, man.
And she was funny too, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
she walked
people.
in, she walked in and she was, what's up, ugly? I said, what? She goes, nah, I gotta tell these motherfuckers they ugly. That's how I get laid. Because you tell the motherfucker they ugly, they fall in love with you. And then she turns to the group of people that you should with. She's like, ain't he ugly? Just saying, what the fuck is happening?
All she's doing is telling you she want to fuck you.
No. I mean, I can't.
That's exactly what she just said. I gotta tell you that you're ugly because I want to get laid. All she really was saying was I want to fuck you.
Nah, she's just busting balls. But I will say one thing. She's so funny.
She wants to bust your balls.
She might want to bust my balls. No, but she said she's very protective over you.
That's my girl, man.
Because she loves your wife so much.
That's what
she said.
They all
say. Any girl comes up to you, she gonna fuck them up. That's what.
Oh man,
she says that she does it.
I can tell y'all a story right now.
Say it.
No. But she ain't lying. And I'm going to tell you something. I remember I can tell this story. I don't got to say who the girl was. But one night we was at what Tiffany had just hosted. Tiffany had just hosted some award show and we was at the after party and I was in LA. Mind you, this is me and my faithful days. I'm faithful now. You know what I'm saying? And my wife wasn't there and this young lady was, being a little too touchy-feely. But what she didn't know was not only was Tiffany Haddish in the party, Alicia Renee was in the party too. And somehow or another, not even knowing,
dragons.
Tiffany came from one side and Alicia came from the other side. And it was like, he's married, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's married. Like, but not like on some, he's married. Like, he's married, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, thank you.
She did that shit with me last night.
Really?
Yeah. because I'm so oblivious. Like when girls compliment my stand-up, I think they really like my stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
So like this girl's like, I really love watching all your shows, and I'm like,
two things can be true.
Taste.
Shows, two things can be true.
I guess I'm more arrogant about my art than I am about my face.
Yeah, I'm sure every artist that got laid music-wise or comedy has gotten the same thing. I love your stand-up. I love your song. I also like to suck your dick.
See, they'll say that shit straight up. If they said that shit straight up, I would know. But she's saying, you know what I mean? Like, but she's coming saying she loves the stand-up, and I'm like, oh, God, yes, there we go.
Yeah.
This girl's a great sense of humor. And she came up one last time, and Tiffany just stepped in with the Heisman. It was like, it ain't gonna happen.
That's right.
It ain't gonna happen. And then she was like, what? He's married. And then the girl goes, everyone's married.
Yo, what is up with these toxic women that don't respect our vows, yo?
I mean, thank you for the compliment, but what's going on?
No, we don't have these conversations enough, man. There's these toxic women out here that don't respect vows, yo. Like, if that was a guy, that guy would be considered a pig and disgusting.
Am I not wearing a ring?
Word is bond.
Are we not wearing a ring?
Not only am I wearing a ring, we're letting you know we're married. We talk about being married all the time. This is the new flagging, yo.
This is the new flag,
This flagging, yo.
This gang right here.
We gang. Fucking gang, yo.
Yeah.
And respect our fucking vows. What's wrong with you,
They need
yo?
to respect our vows,
It's disgusting.
For real, back up off the block.
We, as men, have to stop being afraid to tell women when they doing that type of shit. Meaning, like,
I don't even know, Charlamagne.
No, but
I think they like me for me.
But that's disrespectful when you be like, everybody's married. Yo, what's that mean, yo?
I didn't know until she said that. I genuinely thought she was a fan of my comedy.
I get it, because you're not coming from a place of lust and disgust like that woman is.
Why would
you know what I'm saying? Your motive is pure.
My motive's
you know
pure.
what I'm saying?
I'm just walking in the room trying to have a conversation
That's it.
with Tiff.
That's it.
These girls out here trying to suck.
That suck a married man's cock.
Yo, why you gonna suck a married man's cock?
Why would you suck a married man's cock?
You know damn well this cock ain't been sucked in forever.
Now I'm not listen.
Why would you even do such a thing like that?
Now I'm not judging women.
Cobwebs all over. You don't want no married man's dick.
I'm not judging women who, are only doing what the married man allows them to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait,
I'm not judging women who are only doing what the married man allows them to do. But if you know that you're dealing with a faithful male,
right though,
don't try to put your lips on that faithful male's cock.
Facts.
Come on,
and don't gaslight me. That was gaslighting.
I think she probably did like your stand up.
Yeah, she did.
I'm sure she probably did like your stand up.
Down.
Hey, we should have had Tiff on the podcast this week.
Down.
Let's Tiff. I didn't even know she was in the city.
We do have to get her on. That'd be great.
No, but speaking of marriage, man, what do you think of the TJ Holmes, Amy Robach situation from Good Morning America? Have you been paying attention?
Yo, see, here's the thing. I know it might be shocking to you. I don't watch Good Morning America 3,
but
I have heard about what is happening here.
Yeah,
and I'm not at all surprised.
Okay. Why?
I think this is what happens a lot of times with people who spend an inordinate amount of time together. Like I used to see it with people who worked in restaurants all the time. I'm sure you see it with movies. It's like you're spending so much time with these people and away from your family, your wife, your girlfriend, etc. And shit can get sticky out there, man.
I get it. I mean, for me, man, I always feel like as a man, you just get more out of a relationship with a woman when you don't try to sleep with her. And as a man, if you're married, I really think you got to respect those vows because, man, boy, when you don't respect, I think when people don't realize when they're making vows, you're not really making them in front of the pastor. You're not making them in front of your wife. You're not making them in front of the church or wherever you got married. You're making them in front of God.
Oof.
So when you make those vows in front of God, you know what I mean, and you don't respect those vows and then God taps your jaw.
You think that's what happened right there? You think it was God interfering?
I mean, it's proven, right? Meaning that you didn't respect your vows. You got your jaw tapped. Now both of y'all sitting at home, even though I just think that's something that ABC is doing because it's the holiday season, so it makes more sense to have two people go sit down and then come back in the new year and see what happens. But the interesting thing about situations like this, the reason this is never going to work for anybody, especially men, is because what does that headline say?
TJ Holmes allegedly cheated with several women at ABC.
Never fails that the man will be demonized.
Whoa, like she was taking advantage of or something. But she could have been doing what that girl was doing to me the other night.
She's a married woman too. It's the same thing in the other situation with the Boston Celtics coach. That's the married woman. They say, oh, you can't even bring up they made Jalen Rose apologize for even asking. How come nobody's having conversations about the married woman? And they say, oh, it's because of the power dynamics and everything else. Well, guess what? These power dynamics are even. TJ Holmes and Amy are both co-hosts. Yet and still, TJ's the one getting demonized the most. He's the one in the headlines. How come there's no headline that says Amy Roback was sleeping with a bunch of people at ABC?
Can I be honest with you? I don't even think the power dynamics are even.
Talk to me.
Women are always in power when it comes to sex. If they're not, it's not consensual. There is one
consensual sex. Yes,
in consensual sex.
Absolutely.
Women are always in power. So it can't happen without her.
The reason I say consensual sex is the first thing somebody will say when they hear that is, that's not true. What about people who get sexually assaulted? You know what I mean?
Of course.
In consensual sex, I agree.
So we're assuming this is consensual because they had a relationship. So the woman who is the power broker in this relationship agrees to engage in a sexual act. All the man can do is ask. When you think about it, as long as it's consensual, all the man can do is ask.
Or try by courting, right? You're courting.
That's what I meant by that.
You're dating. You're going out. You're kicking it. You're giving off signs.
This woman crossed the line. Technically, a man can't cheat without a woman making him.
They both crossed the line. No. They both.
Technically,
he's married too, though. So they both crossed the line.
But he can't do it without her agreeing.
He's got self-control. He know he married.
No. You're not understanding what I'm saying. If it's consensual, she made the decision.
Sure, but
it's in her control.
Sure, but as a married man, if a woman,
am I wrong?
No. I'm gonna tell you what. No, I'm gonna tell you why he's wrong.
I can't go in the nightclub unless the bouncer let me in.
No, wrong isn't the right word. He's not wrong.
Can I go in the nightclub if the bouncer don't let me in?
He's not wrong. That's a very valid point. But there's another point to that. If a woman,
you will get angry if I'm in the nightclub. You let me in.
If a beautiful woman walks in here right now, Schulz, stands in front of you, drops all her clothes, and reaches for your penis. If you let her, that's your fault. You know you're married. You know what you should and shouldn't be doing. So you know that old saying, it takes two?
I didn't say that there's not fault.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is a man can't do it without them. A woman can. Nobody's going to say that it's assault. Nobody's going to say it's everything.
I get what you're saying.
Tries. But if a man tries and then the woman pushes away, that guy's assaulting her. If a woman tries, she just failed at hitting on a dude. The woman is the person. She's the bouncer. She's TSA. If a fucking bomb gets on a plane, we got to talk to the TSA, right?
I think it takes two, man. It takes two to cheat, bro.
They're pussy TSA. It takes two to cheat. They pussy TSA, bro. They pussy TSA.
Well, speaking of TSA, when you walk through that security camera as a married man, your wedding ring better go off. When you walk through that goddamn metal detector or whatever the shit, you better make sure your wedding ring go off to remind you, hey, man, you married. But I have not seen a person win in these situations yet. Not no man.
Not no man. Went on vacation with her too. That's the foul shit. Like maybe your wife forgives you if you just got your dick sucked in a broom closet or something like that, but not a vacation into the woods. Your wife has been waiting to go to the woods with you for years.
Now that's the other part too, though, because I don't know if both of them were separated. That's the other part of the story. They're saying that they were both separated from their significant others, but then other people are saying that's not true. So I don't know. But you're right.
If they're both separated, then you do whatever the fuck you want to do.
But you're right, man. You got to stop treating the side like the main, bro.
Yeah.
Wabi, I'm not your main, Wasabi. I'm talking
Go give him a kiss.
I'm talking to the dog.
Go give him a kiss.
I'm talking to the dog. What do you think Sabi was in another life?
This with that woman at the bar last night?
Just looking on you with no consent. You know what I mean?
Down!
That's what you gotta do.
Facts.
Listen, man, I'm only in control of me, man. I'm not in control of nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Are you in control of buying a new pair of fucking socks? Jesus Christ, man.
I don't have it, bro. What you want me to do, man? I'm gonna tell you something.
This guy's worth millions and millions.
Why you keep saying this? Why do you say? Why is this happening? Why do you keep saying this?
Crazy how many millions of dollars?
You gotta stop saying this.
Millions of dollars?
Son,
millions of
tens of millions.
Why do y'all keep saying this? It's not true.
At least tens of millions.
You know what I want for Christmas? And this is true. I thought about this. I literally thought about this morning.
What?
I want a bunch of socks, right? But I want to be able to go in my sock drawer and find socks that match. Why is that the hardest thing to fucking do as a man, bro?
What's happening with the socks when they go in the drawer?
I don't know. It took me 15 minutes to find socks this morning.
Do you have a maid or something like that?
I mean, that's a terrible term. Have
help?
Housekeepers. I have people who help us with the house.
And they don't fucking match the socks up before they put it in the drawer?
I don't think nobody matches the socks. This is a historic thing.
You, bro.
Huh?
That's only you.
That ain't true. I don't believe. Let me see y'all socks right now. Come on.
College kid?
Do your socks match? Yep. Taylor, let me see if your socks match. Your socks match?
Look at this.
You ain't even got no socks on, Kente. Shut up.
Yep.
I'm the only one with. Technically my socks match, but they just dirty.
Down. Here's the thing. You are paying a housekeeper to just take your socks out of the laundry and then throw them in the drawer without bunching them together. That's crazy to me.
I think I realized.
That's absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah. You can't do that yourself?
I think I realized I don't have that many matching pair of socks.
You have to. They come matching.
And I don't know what happens.
Buying them individually.
I don't know what happens to them, bro. I'm not even lying to you. I've never been a sock guy.
What's happening right now?
I'm starting to get into socks now.
What's a sock guy?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Salute,
what is happening right now, yo?
Salute to Stance, right? Because Stance kind of like made cool socks.
Yeah.
But that's when I started like paying attention to socks.
Okay.
Prior to that, I never paid attention to socks like that. You'll go buy briefs, you'll go buy, tank tops, but you don't really go buy socks.
But you have socks. And then somehow
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You only have one of them?
As I look at my feet, I'm not sure I have socks, bro. And when I think about what was going on in my drawer this morning, I think that those socks are really there for props. I'm telling you, it took me 15 minutes to find socks with a drawer full of socks. I'm going to take a picture of my sock drawer later and send it to you, and you're going to understand what I'm saying. None of the socks matched. These were the only pair of socks that I could find that matched.
Call your housekeeper right now.
For what?
So we can have a conversation about it.
You really think you're going to be able to understand her?
Honestly,
yes,
yeah.
You might. You might. My wife speaks the language a little better than I do.
Really?
I don't have the housekeeper's number, though.
I just can't believe that somehow your housekeeper is getting away with just tossing your fucking socks in there. Or you just have one sock.
She don't even have to touch the drawer. When I find socks, I usually get socks out of the...
I'm like blown away with it.
I get socks out of the laundry basket most of the time.
Uh-huh.
So shit.
Why isn't she putting them away? Do you see, is there... I don't understand.
I totally understand. It's really coming to me now.
What's coming to you?
What I realize is I get my socks out of the laundry basket. The cleaners come like 2 times a week. So I'm probably wearing the same pair of socks.
Every single time. You have one pair of socks.
Maybe 2.
You have 1 to 2 pairs of socks.
Maybe two. I don't have socks to wash. Yeah, I don't have socks to wash is what I'm saying.
I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas.
I want socks. I'm not even joking, yo.
I know.
But I got to really start investing in socks in a real way to where I know like they a pair. You know what I mean? Like this is I got on an 85 South sweatsuit right now. I know this is the pants to it. Yeah. This is the top. Yeah. So I need the same socks so I can look and say, okay, these go together. Yes. I'm dead serious. What do you mean?
Tens of millions.
Yeah, how you got tens of millions of dollars, bro?
I don't have tens of millions of dollars. Stop saying that.
How you worth $100 million and you don't have
Bro, I don't have that. That's why I keep losing friends now.
This guy's the first billionaire.
Because they think I got stuff I don't have.
Pairs of socks,
listen,
this is unbelievable.
Taylor said Taylor said that there's socks that come together. Don't all socks come together?
It's never been a problem. It's never been a problem for most people to have socks that match.
How are you the richest black man in America?
You're literally the richest black man.
You say who's the richest black man in America?
You. Now that Kanye's not rich no more, you're the richest black man in America.
The richest black man in America is my good friend Robert Smith.
Wow.
That's cap, bro.
Good friend.
That guy's white. Did you know Robert Smith is white?
Robert Smith is black. No, Robert Smith is black. Robert Smith is pay off all the student loans at Morehouse graduating class black.
Wouldn't you do that if you were really white? You want to trick black people into thinking you black?
I would do that if I was really rich. That's what you do. So TJ and Amy, God bless them.
What is happening right now?
We wish him the best.
Edibles ain't leave his system yet. I don't think. You good, bro?
We wish him the best. You missed the GOAT this week, man.
Ugh, I know.
You walked in, you was very disappointed that you missed the GOAT this week. I saw the GOAT 2 times this week, man. Dr. Umar Johnson was on Breakfast Club.
And Hell of a Week.
And Dr. Umar Johnson was on Hell of a Week.
Okay, tell me about Breakfast Club first.
Breakfast Club conversations are always great because, people look forward to Dr. Umar on Breakfast Club.
Okay. Why do you think he's such an engaging figure, despite the fact that a lot of his rhetoric may be not as progressive or deemed as polarizing?
I don't think it has to be progressive. I think that black people and people of color think that your messaging has to be progressive, but the reality is, man, most people are conservative. I really feel that way.
Speak on it.
I just think most people are conservative. I think that the way we were raised, a lot of us have, old school values. Now, there's things about myself that I've grown to question, especially in regards to religion, just because things don't feel right with my spirit. You know what I mean? But other than that, for the most part, most people have conservative values. It's not really that difficult to express. And I think a lot of things that he expresses are a lot of conservative values. Even his thoughts on interracial relationships. It's not weird when Asian people say that. It's not weird when Jewish people say that. It's not weird when a Latino or a Dominican says, I want my Dominican daughter to marry a Dominican man. So why is it so like, when a black man says a black man should be with a black woman?
No, I've seen a lot of people say these things. First of all, I just want to make it very clear. I absolutely love Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm the biggest fucking fan. He's one of the best communicators, the most hilarious
He
people
really
on the
is,
internet.
yo.
So, but I think what a lot of people do is they go, well, just because they're doing that, why can't we do that? But if you do something that we deem as wrong, it doesn't make it okay if other people do wrong things.
Yes.
In other words, right? Like if somebody's like, yo, they beat their wives, why can't we beat our wives? No, they shouldn't.
That's right.
And you should continue not. So if you fall in love with someone who is of a different religion or of a different race,
God bless.
God bless you.
God bless.
Some people don't feel that way. Dr. Umar Johnson actually had like a fire argument for it. You know me as a comic, I'm just looking for cool connections.
Yeah.
And his on the thing was, he says what often happens is a lot of affluent, educated black men, like the rich black men, are marrying outside their race. And he thinks that puts the black community in a tougher situation because I guess they're not making...
Because women outlive men. And so when the man passes, that wealth goes to a community a lot of times that has been taking from the black community. We could put that clip in. I mean, and that's the thing I like about Umar.
Whether that's right or wrong, it's like, as a comic, I'm looking at that, I'm like, ooh, that's interesting.
It's not prejudice. It's based on economics and business.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I guess what I'm saying is just because things are even doesn't mean it's right.
Yes.
There's a lot of ways to be even that are absolutely wrong. Oh, that person commits crime, I'm going to commit crime.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. You both should not commit crime. But he was fucking phenomenal. He looked incredible. The suit was beautiful, fucking hair done. Like, he looked made for TV.
You know what Dr. Umar showed me when he did Hell of a Week? Dr. Umar showed me that he really is the star we've always known him to be. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. He is not performing. As much as we think he may be performing, I don't think he's performing.
Well, the great ones make you think they're not performing.
Well, I think that he recognizes when he has the opportunity to really get messaging across that he feels can benefit people are better people. You know what I mean? Because what he had to say about the Brittany Griner situation, whether you agree or disagree with it.
What was his take on
His take on it, and we can insert that, Taylor, but his take on it was that, it's just a political stunt from the Biden administration, to garner support in 2024 because Brittany Griner checks off a lot of boxes. It checks off woman box, black box, LGBTQ, and celebrity. And I mean, I think I'm pretty sure at this point it's safe to say Brittany was a political pawn, not just even for the USA, but for Russia as well.
Yeah.
Russia used her to get back their merchant of death, and now Biden has another thing he can put on his resume to say that he got done, and it's a cultural thing that people wanted to get done. People are going to remember that. That's one of those things that nobody's going to ever forget in regards to President Biden and the Biden administration.
And what's been interesting is that there's been this comparison made between Brittany Griner and I believe something Whelan.
Paul Whelan.
Yeah,
former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan.
And what was Paul Whelan doing in Russia?
He got I don't know, I forgot what he was actually doing there, but he got arrested for espionage. But
was he spying?
No, he said he wasn't.
I mean, of course, that's what you say. That's what I would say. No, I'm not spying. Just on vacation. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's a fair comparison if his job was to go there and spy. Because if your job is
he was working for some security firm or something like that.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if your job is to go somewhere and spy and then you get captured, right? And then you're comparing that to a woman whose job was to go play basketball and she fucked up by bringing drugs in there. But the only reason that she was put in jail in this way is because she's famous and she was a tool. It was a proxy.
Go back to that, Taylor.
But I'm just, people are making this comparison. They're like, why are we letting this girl out who quote unquote hates America versus this guy who sacrificed for America?
Yeah.
And it's like, Well, the reason why they're in prison might be different things.
Yeah,
But
Taylor's amazing.
What'd she say?
She just informed us that Paul Whelan was accused of spying.
Oh, wow.
No, we were sure.
No, we were sure what he was accused of. We didn't know
if he actually was spying.
Like, for example, I did a show in Russia. They could easily, and I was actually concerned about this, they could easily, at any point in time, go, oh, this guy's out here. He's out here on behalf of the United States of America. He's trying to put out information or, like, research different parts of Moscow so they can attack him. Let's lock this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
Like, that they could have done that at any point in time. And trump up some weird charges and then
That's right.
him out of here.
Let's insert the Paul Whelan clip here, Taylor. But Paul Whelan said, I was arrested. He called CNN last night. He said, I was arrested for a crime that never occurred. I don't understand why I'm still sitting here. Whelan, a former Marine who was a U.S., Irish, British, and Canadian citizen, was detained at a Moscow hotel in December 2018 by Russian authorities, alleged he was involved in an intelligence operation. He was convicted and sentenced in June 2020 to 16 years in prison, and a trial U.S. officials denounced as unfair.
I would say that if a message could go to President Biden that, this is a precarious situation that needs to be resolved quickly. And I would hope that he and his administration would do everything they could to get me home, regardless of the price they might have to pay at this point.
Here's the thing. I can't believe the Biden administration didn't prepare for this backlash. As soon as this broke yesterday, and we talked about it on Breakfast Club, after I, saluted Brittany for coming home and, gave the Biden administration their props, cool. The second thing I said was, but y'all about to get crazy backlash because there's a former U.S. Marine named Paul Whelan who they were talking about doing a 2-for-1 deal for. And I said, everybody's going to say WNBA player versus somebody who served the country.
Yeah.
Right-wing media is going to eat that up.
Yeah.
They're going to eat that up.
They propped it up.
And then and for a merchant of death,
but wasn't he working for us too? Because I watched that movie. Lord
I heard that too, yeah.
So that's the other thing that's weird about this is like, we locked up a dude who we were also working with.
I heard that. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that. Yeah. And he definitely plotted on killing a bunch of Americans. He definitely supplied weapons that killed a bunch of Africans and Afghans. So, I mean...
that's the other thing I was thinking, right? Like, how there's so many, like, unstable nations in Africa, right? Especially the ones that have all these incredibly valuable natural resources.
Yeah.
Doesn't it behoove the countries that are extracting those natural resources to keep those nations as unstable as possible so that they can't organize and find a way to nationalize those resources and then make it far more expensive to remove them?
Yeah, if you keep everybody else in chaos, but you're organized to do what it is you want to do, meaning take those resources from that country, you'll never lose.
Like, it's no surprise. Like,
they're doing it to us here now.
100%. But I'm also like, if you look at the Congo, right, which is, I think, the most resource-rich region in the world, right? It's also one of the most unstable places. And I'm like, this can't be a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be purpose here, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like it.
You keep everybody confused. You keep everybody in chaos. They'll never pay attention to what you're really doing.
Because I guess if you look at the Middle East, right? We were extracting oil in the Middle East far before they were these organized, incredibly wealthy nations.
But what did we have to do before we started extracting oil?
War.
Exactly.
No. But I'm saying what I'm saying is maybe they learned from what happened in the Middle East, and they were like, oh shit, we allowed these people to profit enormously off of the oil money that was extracted. We, being Great Britain, the United States, many other countries, developed all the infrastructure. They weren't developing the sophisticated infrastructure. Then once they made billions and trillions of dollars, they were like, okay, we don't need you guys extracting anymore. Now you're going to have to pay for the oil. And now I imagine the Western countries going, ooh, we fucked up there. We let shit be too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It was way better when they were in chaos and we were just yanking that shit out and paying whatever fucking propped up leader they have.
That's right.
It's kind of like...
Bro, keep people in chaos, man. I'm telling you, why do you think every day on social media is some shit? And that's what I said yesterday. I'm like, oh God, today's going to be one of them shit shows online. Because I knew it was going to happen. I knew that the right-wing media was going to be highly upset that, Paul Whelan wasn't home. I knew they were going to be highly upset that they traded a merchant of death for Brittany Griner. I knew that, once that faction of Black Twitter and, what they call the Hoteps found out that, this dude, Victor, was responsible for the death of a bunch of Africans. I knew that was going to turn into something. I knew that people was going to say, "Oh, this is an agenda because Britney's LGBT." Like it was so predictable, and all the usual suspects did what they always do. And what did we do all day yesterday? Fuss and fight.
No,
and who
right.
knows what the fuck was really going on in the world yesterday? You know what I mean?
Right. But
like
this is a good lesson. Like, you get locked up abroad. If I get locked up abroad, I'm gay.
why? That's the last thing you want to do is be in some of these countries.
No, but I need extra boxes to bring me back.
Oh, I get what you're
You know
saying.
what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
I'm gay.
I get what you're saying.
I'm Chinese.
I will say,
I'm all the whatever it is that you need to curry favor with, that's me.
I will say though, man, the Britney situation did show me what communities are capable of. You know, when they decide to organize and strategize and bring awareness and attention to something.
Oh, you think that's what made it happen?
100%. Like, yo, I don't even know what endorsement deals Britney got. And you know why I don't know? Because they don't do a good a job of marketing her as people have done over the past 7 to 8 months. You know what I mean? The whole We Are BG campaign, constantly talking about her. Yo, not even on the low. Paul Whelan benefits from Britney Griner being arrested.
Yeah.
I never heard of Paul Whelan.
Yeah.
I never heard of Paul Whelan until the Britney Griner situation.
And now conservatives got to carry through on all the shit they're talking about it, right? Because if you're going to prop him up and say, look how unfair it is, when you get in power, you better get his ass back.
Yeah.
And talked all that shit about how important he is and the sacrifices he made. You talked all that shit.
Yeah.
You better make sure that that's not just fluff to criticize the Biden administration. You better make sure you actually care about that, man.
Yo, the ill thing is Russia probably sitting back like, hold up. So a WNBA player gets caught with a weed pen, Britney Griner, and they gave us the merchant of death for her.
Yep.
Oh, we definitely not giving up Paul for nothing. We're not giving up Paul for nothing less than 5 first-round picks. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Like that's literally what it is. I know that's why they're keeping Paul Whelan now. They're like, oh, this is what we got for this? Oh, I know. Oh my God. You know?
Biden got bodied in that trade for sure.
Easily.
Absolutely.
But I mean, listen, it might help him. To Dr. Umar's point, it might help him in 2024. I don't know. You know, here's the thing.
You're black. How does it feel? Do you feel like he looked out for you?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Whenever I see any black person, get free from an unjust charge, I'm happy.
Well, it was a just charge.
9 years, bro.
I don't know what the rules are there, but there are countries where
that's true. I mean, the rules are different. You're right. I'm comparing it to America. You're right. You know, but it just seems unfair. But here's the thing with Biden, though, and this is what I've been saying for the past couple of days, and I'll continue to say, keep that same energy for America. Joe Biden has been responsible for some of the harshest crime, drug legislation in the history of this country.
Free him up.
You know what I mean?
Let him out.
If you can look in Russia and say, that's unjust for Britney Griner to be over there with a vape
all
pen.
These people locked the fuck up here.
It's right. You got people
bullshit.
locked up
It's
here.
Performative nonsense.
Right now, he should pardon everybody that's in prison on a federal level for a non-violent weed offense.
Agreed.
Pardon them. You can do that. You don't need no votes and nothing. He can do that.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? You should expunge the records.
I think he did that.
No, he didn't.
No.
That's not what he did, Alex. What he did was he pardoned everybody who has a simple possession charge. But there's nobody in prison on a federal level for simple possession.
No, I thought it was nonviolent weed offense.
Nah, it's simple possession of marijuana. There's nobody in prison on a federal level for a simple possession of marijuana charge. So that's great, and it looks good, but there's nothing there, bro. You know what I mean? The only reason I never really criticized it too hard because it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But now that we see what you can do,
run it up.
Hey,
run it up.
You can do that right here in America. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, there is nobody alive right now who should do that more than Joe Biden. Because how do you right your wrongs of the past? You right your wrongs of the past by righting the wrongs of right now. You're president of the United States of America. You have the power to pardon everybody in prison. First of all, you can pardon anybody you want. That's number one on a federal level. But you can pardon those people that are in prison right now for non-violent weed offenses on a federal level. Do it.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
And there's political prisoners here in America, you know, that you can let free. So I'm just saying, keep that same energy. You know what I mean? You know, don't, and that's what I want us to do. Keep the pressure where the pressure needs to be. Because I think sometimes we get jaded with democracy, but are we really participating in democracy? Democracy isn't just voting and they get in and then you just wait for them to do something. You got to push until something happens. That's why I love what my girl Tesla Figueroa always says, push the fucking line, yo. So that's all I care about.
Let's see if he does it. I don't think he will.
And also with Brittany, I'm just like, for me, it's just like, yo, why wouldn't I be happy that Brittany Griner's out of prison? Like, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Just like when Paul Whelan comes home, be happy too. I've been in jail. I can only imagine how that shit feels to be locked up in Russia and you know, you probably are being held captive just because you're being used as a political pawn, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why people said initially when Brittany got arrested, they didn't want nobody to say nothing. That's what they didn't want nobody to say nothing.
They were busy negotiating.
That's right. They didn't want nobody to because it messes up the negotiation.
The more valuable she looks, the more
That's right.
value you have to offer to get her back.
That's right.
So we fucked up.
Maybe.
He's fucked up.
Maybe.
But if nobody cared, they wouldn't even get it.
That's what I'm saying. I understand both sides.
It looks weak politically that like one of our sports stars is locked up in another country. We can't do anything about it. It looks weak as a country. And you have to think about like outside of whether or not we should protect our citizens abroad. Because I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, if we break the law abroad, do we bully other countries to make exceptions? I don't know. Like, if someone from another country came here, broke the law, lock that motherfucker up. How dare he disrespect me?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
and now the diplomats from those countries got to deal with each other. I like what you just said, though. You said it looks weak to have one of our sports stars locked up. You know what else is weak? When you don't treat her like a sports star when she's here. Nobody was talking about the WNBA and Brittany Griner beforehand. So that's the other thing. Yeah. What happens moving forward? Moving forward, all of those games should be packed, right?
No, they won't be packed. And it's just not interesting.
We know this though.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? That's the fucked up thing about it.
But people do like female sports, like female tennis. You go watch the tennis.
I love female basketball.
Okay.
I watch college basketball all the time. Why? Because of Don Staley and the University of South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. I love watching them play. I started watching in 2017 when Asia Wilson was playing for the Lady Gamecocks. You know, she's from the crib. She's from South Carolina. Don, they got a great program there. I love watching college basketball, but I'm also a person who loves the fundamentals of basketball.
Right.
There's no better fundamentally sound people than college women basketball players.
You don't believe that.
That's a fact.
You don't believe that.
They're fundamentally sound.
You don't believe that.
You don't
believe that.
They're fundamentally sound, Schulz.
You don't believe
They do everything but dunk. Everything else, the basics of basketball, they are the best. You know why they're the best at fundamentals? That's all they can do.
But the NBA players, college basketball players that are male also know those fundamentals. They know them better than the women, and they're athletic enough to do all these amazing things that are incredibly entertaining.
But that's what I mean. They can do other things, right? They can shoot from half court like the Steph Currys, and they can dunk and, you know, do crazy things with handle and everything like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them focus more on that than the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and one players aren't fundamental.
Yeah, but we're not comparing them to AM1. We're comparing them to the top level, you know.
I think when it comes to fundamentals, there's nobody better than college women basketball players because that's literally all they can focus on.
I mean, you could think that. That's fine. It's wrong. It is completely wrong, but you could think it. I would love more people to go support college basketball. The reality is women aren't into it, and if women aren't into it, it's up to men to go support the female sport.
Salute to
and
Bill
that's
Burr.
unfair. Like women, if this is a feminist movement and equality and all that kind of shit, you're 60% of the population. Go support the women when they do things. The reality is you would rather watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills than go out and support a show. That's why The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills got fucking 4 million viewers or whatever it does, and a WNBA game has absolutely nobody there.
That's what Bill.
This is on women. I don't want to hear no more complaining. U.S. soccer, if the women are upset, maybe I understand that a little bit more just because so many people do go out to those games because they win. Like when the U.S. soccer is winning, Olympic gold or like World Cups and that kind of shit. But if your stadiums are empty, that ain't men's fault.
Hey, Bill Burr said that same thing, man, but I feel that same way about the movie Bros. Remember we talked about Bros last week?
Yeah, that's on you.
If you like, where's your community? If I put something out and I put something together and it's driven by the culture, like it's a black cast, and that. If it don't do good, I'm not pointing at your white people and saying, why y'all ain't show up?
How'd Wakanda do?
Amazing.
All right.
But, I mean, that's different, though.
No.
I get what you're saying, but that's different, though.
I don't think it's different. Black Panther was not this like huge Marvel character for us growing up. This is supported by the community, a movie that's reflected the community, it resonates within the community. Now, that's not to say that white people aren't excited about it too, and comic book fans aren't excited about it too, and you want to have multiple umbrellas that you could like pull from. But the reality is, Black people were fucking with Wakanda, and that's why it's successful.
I think Black Panther. I don't disagree. You're right. I think Marvel has a built-in thing already, but when you take the casual Black person who wants to go see Black Panther but may not go see no other Marvel movie. That's why movies like Wakanda Forever and Black Panther do great.
Thing. It's one of the most popular sports in the world.
No, you're right.
Now, what you're doing is drafting off of basketball, and it's not working as well. You got to find a way to make it work. Change some shit up. I don't know what the fuck you got to do, but you got to change some shit to make it exciting. And I'm not saying that they should objectify women to do it, but there are certain sports that have objectified women, and it's been very valuable. You look at volleyball, they got these girls dancing around in fucking thongs and bikinis and shit like that. I personally think you shouldn't need to do that to them, but the numbers are undeniable. Simple as that.
I think the WNBA just simply needs eyeballs, man. I know that's what we're saying, but dumbass. How do you get the eyeballs? What I'm trying to say is
make the game more interesting.
Because the game is interesting. I promise you.
Tennis, female tennis is interesting, and it's not because they're moaning and grunting when they're hitting. It's literally because the volleys last longer. So their lack of athleticism and power makes the game better in a way because you see more back and forth action. Whereas the men, the serves are so strong. A lot of times it's one or two touches, and then that's the point. So the game itself is really interesting and entertaining. Women have to find a way to do that with basketball. They have to find a way where their game is really great.
College basketball is like women's college basketball is like that. Bro.
Yo, nobody goes, you know what I want to watch today? Some fundamentals. Nobody's ever said
I
that.
do.
I want to watch Allen Iverson cross someone over and make them drop. I want to watch somebody dunk from the free throw line.
But they
I want to watch Steph Curry.
There's a lot of girls that do that too, though. They handle be nice and they can shoot. I like women's college basketball. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't watch WNBA. Not because I don't want to. I watch it when Asia's playing. When Asia's playing, the Las Vegas Aces are playing, and the game's on, I'll watch it. But WNBA college basketball, women's college basketball, I definitely watch.
Yeah. I mean, look.
But it's because of the Lady Gamecock.
The UFC has found a way to get people to watch women's
That's different.
MMA.
That's different.
Well.
It's different. We love blood. Blood sports, violence will always win, bro.
I mean, usually when women are bleeding, we try to stay a little bit, away from that.
You married, bro. We married, bro.
Oh, yeah, we out here.
Period don't stop nothing but a sentence, bro.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It stops a good dinner combo. Often. Did you know that?
So stupid, man.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is like with boxing, no one really cared about female boxing. Maybe Layla Ali a little bit, but like it wasn't as big. With female MMA, there are female MMA stars that are literally almost as big as the top male MMA stars. So they found a way to make the sport interesting, entertaining, and really enjoyable when these girls are fighting.
But that's because there's nothing those women MMA fighters can do that there's nothing they can do that the men can't do, or vice versa. Like it's the same thing. What can a man do in the ring that a woman can't? They kick each other, they hit each other, they beat each other up, they slam each other.
You could say the same thing about WNBA.
No dunking. That's what Shaq said. Shaq said that on Drink Champ. Shaq was like, if they would just lower the rim a little bit and women could dunk more, people would be into it.
I don't know if it's the dunking.
What my idea was, I don't know if it's fair, but my idea was add one trans woman per team.
Ooh.
That was my idea a long time ago.
And what happens?
Now you get the dunking. That's all it's about. Like, now you get alleys getting thrown and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. There's people that dunk. There's a woman, I cannot remember her name. She plays for the South Carolina Gamecocks. She dunked in a game this year. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what's missing. Shaq said that. Shaq was like, if you just lower the rim just a little bit in the WNBA, it changes the whole complexion of the game. And I believe that. So it's like, my idea is add one trans woman per team.
Or lower the rim.
Or lower the rim.
I think they got to do something because it's not working out. What?
Charles like, I love watching fundamentals, but the way to fix this game is adding dunks.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want me to think of some ideas about it? What are you trying to do, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm just saying I know I'm one individual. Okay, we're trying to bring more than just people like me. It's clearly not a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you only like the Gamecocks because they're from South Carolina.
And Don Staley's a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
God damn. Don Staley is a bad motherfucker. Yo. Have you ever watched I know you're going to say no. You know I'm asking you. Did you ever watch the women's Olympic team, Doc 30 for 30? When it was Lisa Leslie and Dawn Staley and Cheryl Swoops and Rebecca Lobo. Oh, man. I mean, I'm a documentary guy. It came out this year. Love the documentary, but just what Dawn has done for the sport of women's, basketball and who she is as a person and what she represents, man, is incredible. Like, some people are just special. Some people have gifts. Like Deion Sanders. We about to talk about Deion Sanders. Like, Deion Sanders has a gift. Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis has a gift. Like, it's something about them that the way they speak is able to motivate athletes to be the best
version of themselves.
The best version of themselves. Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dawn Staley to me is
she got it like
she's got it like that. You know what I mean? And it shows because she wins at every level,
Yeah.
So, yeah, salute to her. What do you think of the Deion Sanders situation, man?
I mean,
have you given it any thought?
I have, because I also heard about Umar and what he had to say, and I've heard people make that criticism, but like, I don't know. I thought him going to Jackson State and, dedicating 3 years there, taking his son there. His son is a top recruit. He could have gone to any school in the nation.
Yeah.
And he's potentially sacrificing that exposure at a top university.
Could he have gone to any school in the nation?
Oh, I thought he was like a number 1 ranked quarterback.
His son. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant Deion as a coach.
No, his son.
Okay.
And
yeah, I mean, one of his sons.
Jackson State.
Yeah,
Potentially sacrificing major exposure. Thank God.
His other son was playing at South Carolina.
Is that right?
Yeah, his other son was playing for the Gamecocks. He transferred to Jackson State.
I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is, like, 1, he's allowed to go make money. 2, he's clearly made an impact for that university. 3, maybe other people will do what Deion did and he started a trend, but he's also allowed to go make money. And he's also allowed to take his son to a Division I prime time university so he can compete against the best talent. So he has a chance to prepare himself for the NFL. Like, what are you expecting him to do? Like, have his son not go up against top competition, then go into the NFL and then be like shocked and then flame out? I think it's bare minimum. His son should definitely go there.
I don't even know if it's just about his son. I think Deion is the person who's always poured into people. And that's what I've been telling people, all week. Deion Sanders coached high school football, for several years. Deion Sanders opened up Prime Prep Academy, which closed because of financial issues. Deion Sanders has always said he wanted to coach at Florida State University. Deion Sanders has never, ever, hidden his desire to say he ultimately wants to be a coach at Florida State. But he knows, like everybody else, he's got to,
Work up the ladder.
Go take those steps. Jackson State University was a school that offered him an opportunity to take a step. Prior to that, he got offered an assistant coaching gig somewhere. He didn't want to be an assistant coach. Jackson State, like, okay, Deion can give our, school a boost. They hired Deion. Deion said from the beginning, hey, man, I'm here to, change the perspective of HBCUs. This is what God told me to do. And it bugs me out that people are saying, why did he say God told him to do that? God don't tell y'all to do something. Y'all go do it, be successful at it, or be a failure at it, and then God tells you to move on to something else? Like, he went to Jackson State, $1.2 million for 4 years. 3 years, decided to move on, told them a year or two ago, take half of that salary, use it for student facilities. How can people say Deion was in it for the money when his track record clearly shows he's never been in it for the money? Was he in it for the money when he was coaching high school football? Was he in it for the money when he launched Prime Prep Academy and it closed his financial issues?
Let's say he was in it for the money. What's wrong?
Where's the money, though? My point is, whenever somebody's doing those things,
it's like going to Colorado is for the money, not doing Jackson State. I don't
even know if Colorado's for the money as much as it's for, I want the opportunity to coach on a Power 5 level because my ultimate goal is Florida State, and I told y'all that from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a really unfair criticism of somebody that's clearly dedicated time and personal resources to uplifting in HBCU and the students that were on that team.
And people are doing what they usually do, which is focus on the individual and not the issue, because the issue is HBCUs are chronically underfunded. Why are they chronically underfunded? Because of underfunding from the states that they're in, from low donations from alumni and low endowments. You know what I mean? So it's just like a lot of this stuff. I'm like, when the last time you donated to an HBCU? You know, if Deion Sanders is at this school,
if you haven't donated, we don't want to hear anything.
I don't want to hear shit you got to say.
It's not like he even went to Jackson State.
Word is bond.
It's not like that's his alma mater or anything. He feels like he owes them anything. The only reason he did is to give back to that community, which is going to be way more than the average person criticizing him.
Yes.
That shit is bullshit.
And Deion Sanders, HBCUs were criminally underfunded before Deion Sanders, and they're going to be criminally underfunded after. How do you fix that? You fix that by digging down in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? And donating to the school of your choice. And I'm only speaking from somebody who does it. You know, Breakfast Club, we raised over $800,000, you know, for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, you know, which goes to students at HBCUs. I came out of my pocket, $250,000 to my mother's alma mater, South Carolina State, with a lot more to come. You know, just a couple weeks ago, you heard me on here talking about our Thrill of Possibility Summit that we did in Nashville back in November. What date? I don't remember what date that was, Taylor. We did it with Black Effect, my podcast network, iHeart, and Nissan. We flew 50 HBCU students out. We paid for that. You know, flew 50 HBCU students out. Had a panels all weekend, you know, for them to learn from other people who went to HBCUs and who have gone on to be successful. So once again, what are you investing in HBCUs? To sit around and say, oh, Deion Sanders, you know, should have stayed a little longer because he was going to help all HBCU rise. Deion is not your savior, brother.
Yeah.
Sister. Like, Deion Sanders is not your savior. And guess what? Deion came and showed us the possibilities. He showed us what HBCUs could be.
There you go.
If folks
you had
actually...
the right talent, people went there.
That's right.
That's facts.
And guess what? Anybody who makes the move that Deion did, which there is Eddie George out there, by the way. Eddie George is at Tennessee State. Y'all don't know that because y'all fake caring about Deion. But Eddie George is at Tennessee State. But any, you know, there's only one Deion. But anybody, let's just say, with that kind of experience, as far as, you know, being an NFL player or whatever and deciding to come play college football, if they're really good, they're probably not going to be at the HBCU long.
Because the HBCUs can't afford to pay them. They can't compete. Well, that's another good point where it's just like, yo, let's put our money where our mouth is. If it is about the money, then where are those, what are they called, graduates? Where are the alumni that are making tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars? Where are those, I think they're called boosters or something like that are going to be donating to the school to keep a guy like Deion? Why does Deion have to not only sacrifice what he wants to do, meaning eventually coach at Florida State, what his son wants to do, which is prepare the best visibility to play in the NFL, and what they both might want to do, which is generate generational wealth? Like, why do they have to do all those sacrifices while everybody else is looking around criticizing? To me, it seems unfair.
I think Deion's made a lot of sacrifices, man. Deion lost 2 toes, bro.
Oh, are they gone?
Amputated.
Which ones?
I don't know which ones, but he lost 2 toes over the past couple of years. People forget Deion was in the hospital earlier this year.
Yeah, for what?
I don't remember what it was. I think he had a blood clot or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yo, he's 55 years old. He's probably looking like, I don't, you know, let me do what I need to do now. Like, I don't understand why we're acting like somebody can't have multiple callings throughout their life.
Yeah.
Everybody won in this situation.
Yeah.
Nobody got fucked over.
Yeah.
Jackson State University won. They got what they wanted over the last few years. Deion Sanders won. He got what he wanted. Now everybody's moving on. But here's the thing. HBCUs are still here. So what are we going to do? Keep pointing at Deion and be like, okay, Deion's gone. Deion, this is your fault. HBCUs are like this. Knock it off.
Yeah.
HBCUs were like this before he got there.
Yeah.
HBCUs were like that while he was there. So what are we going to do to help, you know, the HBCUs of our choice? That's all. That's all. You want to pay some bills?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's pay some bills, man. What you got?
All right, guys, let's take a break for a second because, listen, some of you guys might be missing out on your favorite shows because it's not available in your region, in your country, wherever the hell you're traveling to. Listen, trying to keep your private time private, you absolutely can, and you can do it with NordVPN, okay? If you're bored with U.S. Netflix, why not take it for a spin in the UK using NordVPN? And a click of a button, you can do that. Basically, what it does is it tricks the internet into thinking that you're in a different country, and then you get to access all the internet stuff from that country. For example, out there in the UK, they got different shows on Netflix than they do here. Same with Italy. Same with any other country in the world, and you can access any of those wherever you are without traveling. How amazing is that? What if you are traveling, you're trying to finish a show that doesn't exist in Switzerland's Netflix or Switzerland's Amazon, or wherever it is. You just use that VPN. Make sure that VPN is where that show does exist. It doesn't matter where you actually are. You get to watch everything, okay? I'm telling you right here, there's no need to travel to Japan to watch your favorite anime when NordVPN brings it right to you. They have 5,000 plus server options. No show is out of your reach. They've also doubled down on keeping you safe with their new threat protection feature. Say goodbye to intrusive website ads and malware. Even if you download an affected file, threat protection kicks in and deletes it before it makes a mess out of your computer. It's the price of a cup of coffee every month. A small price to pay for premium cybersecurity and access to a vast amount of entertaining content from all over the world. So, grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to that's Nord, VPN.com/brilliantidiots to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan plus 4 months for free. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's Nord, VPN.com/brilliantidiots for a discount off your NordVPN plus 4 months free. Also, this episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. Do you know how much your subscriptions really cost? Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions when the actual total is closer to $200. That's right. You could be wasting hundreds of dollars each month on subscriptions you don't even know about. There's this app that personally I love using that takes care of all of that for me. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. The app shows all your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. How amazingly convenient is that? I sign up for things all the fucking time that are monthly because I want to access one thing in that moment and I just forget about it and they just keep on charging me. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know that you were paying for. You might even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. Now, to cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and then Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/idiots. Seriously, if you could save hundreds per year, you would, right? Well, that's rocketmoney.com/idiots. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/idiots. Now let's get back to the show.
We got any church announcements, Schulz?
No church announcements. What about you, bro?
Only church announcement I got, man, is make sure you tune in a hell of a week on Comedy Central. Make sure you scream us this week. If you missed Thursday night's episode with Dr. Umar Johnson, Sam Morrell, and Kaz Kazim. I do not know how to pronounce Kaz's last name. You know what I mean?
Famu
Ide and Yvonne Orji. You can stream us on Paramount Plus all weekend, on Apple TV all weekend. Next week is our final episode of the year.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then we'll be back hopefully in January. You know, Comedy Central, you saw Trevor Noah. Last night was his last show.
How'd that feel? Were you around for that? Did you watch it?
I mean, I watched it. Honestly, if I tell you how I felt, I was really kind of upset a little bit.
Why?
Because they didn't tell us that Trevor was going to be on for an hour and some change.
Oh.
You know?
So you guys were...
I'm promoting regular, like, you know, hey, check us out 11:30, you know, 11:30 Comedy Central. I'm feeling good. I got Yvonne Orji and I got Umar and I got Kaz and I got Sam and I know we had a great show and I was excited because I'm like, oh, this is Trevor's last show, so I know it's going to be a lot of eyeballs on it, but I didn't know that it was going to be an hour and some change. And then they was like, oh, it's going to, you know, be over at 11:45. I'm like, okay, cool, you know. Till 11:45 came, and Trevor was still on. He didn't go off till 12:05.
Wow.
So I felt a little way, but then I had to, you know, take a step back and be like, well, it is Trevor's last show, but still, it's not a live show. So
they knew.
Yeah, at least tell us.
Yeah.
I just want the information so I could tell my people when to tune in.
Exactly.
That's all, because you know you got everybody that was on the show posting saying, hey, 11:30, but then it didn't come on till 12 something. So you know.
Wow.
God bless. You know, Trevor's getting a lot of props because he praised the black woman for his success while signing off the Daily Show for the last time.
Well, that's the right thing to say.
Yeah, praised his mom and his grandma and, you know, just different black women that he's
can black men
from.
get any credit, yo?
He's a black man.
We get no credit. Like, I feel like we do so much.
He's a black man, Schulz.
What?
He's a black man.
As a black man, I have to. What? I am Jew. I am Semite. I am black man. Okay? I'm for real. Listen, you got to respect me.
Hey, man, shut up. Salute to Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is an 18-year-old who is now the youngest black man in the United States. Man, this is so funny, but it also shows how politics work, man. Jalen Smith literally had 218 votes.
Yo, youngest black mayor in the United States of America. He might be. You got to be the youngest mayor. There's nobody younger than.
I've never. I think you got to be 18 to run.
Got to be 18 to run, bro.
Yeah.
But no, I'm proud of us. We got another mayor. This is fire, dude. This is amazing. It's an amazing thing. Also, politics is not that fucking hard. Getting 250 votes.
218 votes, yo.
Whatever, bro. It's like,
and only 2,000 people in the town. I'm like, I want to know what the funding is like for that town. Like, what's the budget, the access to the budgets are. But
yeah.
Salute to you, young king.
Okay, I see you with the phone on the belt buckle.
Oh, shit. I thought that was a beeper.
Nah, bro. That's the iPhone sideways.
Whoa.
That guy.
That's how they do it in Earl, Arkansas, baby.
Yo, Jalen got it.
That's how they do it in Earl, Arkansas. Taylor, let's do some
Black Kings. Finally, a little respect bestowed.
Let's do some what?
What? You know, there's a lot of us.
We
black
did all of
men
that.
Support black women a lot. I want to see more black women supporting black men.
We do.
See, that doesn't seem very supportive.
Cardi B. No, this
doesn't seem very supportive at all.
This real. Cardi B gets anxiety making music, right?
Yeah, she should.
Everybody gets anxiety doing what they do.
Of course, because you're worried about the way that people are going to perceive it. That's why
right.
the music is good.
That's right.
Yeah, Cardi.
That's right.
Good for you.
Wasabi.
You care a lot. That
Why
means
do you like
care.
me, Wasabi?
What do you mean?
Okay. Yes. Cardi.
What's wrong with liking you?
God,
Come on.
Wasabi. Here
Get
you
up
go
in there.
with this
Get
again,
up
man.
in there. Get up in there.
Wasabi,
yeah.
come on, man.
That's
right.
a good girl.
We here, Wasabi.
That's a good girl.
We here, Wasabi.
That's a good catch.
All right, Wasabi.
She knows a strong black man. She knows a strong black man.
Good job,
when she sees
Wasabi.
that.
Good job.
Oh.
Somebody left that comment. Somebody said, man, one day, Charlamagne, the way he got anxiety, man, one day a dog. No, you know what's so funny about this? I gave Donkey of the Day to that guy in Florida who was walking the dog and then decided to fuck the little golden doodle in front of everybody. Like, he was walking the dog and just decided to fuck the golden doodle in front of everybody, right?
What?
So somebody left a comment under my page, under that post, and goes, one day Charlamagne's going to get a dog, man, and he's going to understand why we love dogs so much. I'm like, it's the wrong post to leave this kind of comment, bro. like, I get what you're saying. You talking about something totally different in regard to anxiety and like, you know.
That's hilarious.
That was stupid, bro. I'm like, you're not paying attention, bro.
That's hilarious.
You're not paying attention. But yeah, salute to Cardi, man. Cardi, just make the music. Cardi, you won already.
Yeah.
Cardi has over-exceeded all expectations.
That's facts.
I knew Cardi was going to be a superstar. I said it a million times. I told people,
Hey.
Jesus Christ. What's up with the ass, bro? Come on now. Yeah, you never did that, Wasabi.
Come on. She knows what a strong black man
Dogs are crazy. Dogs act like fucking women when they see married men, bro.
Right, though?
You know what I'm saying?
Though?
Like, I came over here. I'm cool. That's what I'm saying.
What's that song?
Toot that thing. That's what I'm saying. He came over here. He was cool. He told me he liked me. She told me she liked me on the radio.
She was throwing that pussy.
I know. Then we have a little conversation. I give her a little rhythm, and she throw the pussy up in my face.
Man, that's crazy.
God damn.
Now she all sad because you said no. It's okay.
That's what happens after they say, everybody's married. I'm married. Oh, everybody's married.
Wait, what's that? Oh, you think Charlotte's gay? That's wrong. You can't say we're gay just because we don't sleep with you. That's not right. That's offensive to us. Why do women always do that? You know what I mean? Why do women always do that?
Actually, okay, see?
Yeah.
All right, let me stop flirting with you.
Yep.
Go to some, do some Asking Idiots, Taylor.
Yo.
How long you been recording, Alex?
About an hour.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
Took that thing up.
All y'all getting this week is a hot 60, baby.
There we go.
All right. We got shit to do. I love y'all, though. I really do, man. Don't worry. When the new year, when we get the new Brilliant Idiot studio, you know what I'm saying? We got y'all. Okay? What? Taylor keeps showing us stuff. Oh, this is interesting. Now, this is interesting.
Yeah, this one's really good.
An old video of T.I. You can play this.
This one's fire. We were talking about this one.
An old video of T.I. on his podcast from 2020 is making, I don't even know if that was from 2020 though, is making the rounds on the internet where T.I. admits to giving information to the authorities in regards to his dead cousin. So basically he's saying that he,
snitch on the dead.
Yeah.
Police, pull us over. Pull us over. I have a gun. Why are we going through the court process? And so we caught those gun cases. 2 died. And, you know, my lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it was Tramel's. After he had passed, I had a talk with him.
What you say?
Say, I take all the charges you got. If you could walk away free and put it on me, goddamn right.
So is that what boys giving you shit about because you put it on?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No. Don't nobody even know about that. I just volunteered this. Don't nobody even know about that. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
That's the only time
It's you.
I done never said or gave no information about nobody because that's my cousin, my big cousin. He was dead and he told me that it was okay.
What do you think about that?
That's what they're for. Snitch on the
think
dead.
so?
Listen, as long as you're not putting something crazy on him like pedophilia, you know what I mean, rape, like as long as you're not making that person out to be, if what he's being accused of, everybody knows he used to do on a regular. So if he's being accused of carrying a gun, he's being accused of robbing a store, he's being accused of shooting somebody, I don't see why he wouldn't take that charge for you. If he's in heaven or he's in hell, he's probably going, yo, put that shit on me. It's not going to affect me in any way.
That's right.
You get to live free. You get to be with your family. You get to be with your kids. We should absolutely be snitching on the dead. 100%. Why was this ever an issue? Look at that again.
This is the issue. Get your goddamn pussy out my face.
Again, she said munch.
Get out of here.
Yo, she called you a munch.
Why do
she called you a munch. She said you're an eater. You eat it for lunch.
Why do married men always got to fight off advances, unwanted advances?
Say it, Wasabi. You thought I was feeling you? Say it, Wasabi. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, she threw the pussy at you, bro. That was crazy. Like a skunk. Just back that shit up and said, eat it. Eat it. I think you can say that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know.
I think you can say that one. That's true. I think you just gotta say it.
Oh man. Nope. Listen. I don't know how I feel about this.
Why?
I agree with it in theory. I just don't like playing with the dead. And I don't even know how that works because I would think that if you got caught with a gun, would it matter if the person who owned the gun was dead? Because possession is 9/10 of the law. So usually when you get caught with a gun, the police are like, oh, that's yours.
Oh, the way I assumed it was going is that the person that was dead was alive when they were caught together.
Yeah.
So for example, me and you are caught. God forbid I die. Well, let me put that on you. God forbid you die.
God damn, don't put that on me. Give a hypothetical.
All right, Alex. Okay, the three of us are together.
Yeah.
God forbid Alex dies, right?
Jeez.
We all got arrested together.
Oh, you mean what? Okay, see, I didn't know that. See, I didn't understand the context.
That's what
So there was a dead body in the car.
This guy's crazy, bro. This guy.
What?
This guy is absolutely crazy, bro.
What? That's not what happened?
This guy is one of the craziest people I ever met in my entire life. You got to know that is not what the fuck we're talking about.
I swear that's what it sounded like.
What I hate is how you were like, oh, I got it. I got it now. Here's the dumbest thing ever said by anybody ever. Hey, I got it.
It didn't sound like that to you.
Son, I understand your sock drawer now, bro. I understand your sock drawer, bro. I think you confused after seeing that doggy pussy. Yo,
that motherfucker, man. He threw that tail up. Imagine dogs talking to each other. Yo, I was with her. Yo, she threw that tail up, yo.
That tail up. Said, you want some wasabi on that? You want some wasabi on the tuna? Right?
Oh, man. Explain to me what the fuck y'all meant, though.
Okay, the three of us are out here, right?
Yeah.
We get arrested together. There was a gun in the car, right? Few weeks later, Al dies. God forbid. We still got this charge for the gun. You and I talk to our lawyer. Our lawyer's like, yo, one of y'all are dead. Just say it was his gun.
Yeah.
You guys are clean. they could charge him, but he's dead, so they're not going to charge you. Everybody's good. That's what I assumed it was.
Oh, listen, I'm not mad at it in theory. I'm just saying I don't like to play with the dead like that. That's all.
So you wouldn't do it if you were him?
Come on, bro. Think about your 4 daughters, bro.
I don't know. I really
Think about
don't.
your 4 daughters, bro.
I'm be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I'm not mad at it though. I mean, listen, now that I know it's a possibility, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people adding that to that repertoire if they ever did it. You know?
Yes, 100%.
Salute to my guy Tip. The only thing about this is like people have been trying to paint a narrative of Tip for years, so now they're trying to use this to say, see?
He snitches.
It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Get off my guy, man. My guy does a lot for people, man. My guy does a lot for, the city of Atlanta, and like I don't think Tip gets his credit at all for the stand-up individual that he is. What else we got?
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage your audience, and sell anything, your products, your content you create, and even more. You could do your time. You could sell your time on there. Guys, if you have a business, you need a place for it on the internet. The internet is where the people are, and you need that to be your landmark store right there on the internet. Make sure you do it and build that website with Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy for creators to monetize their content and expertise in a way that fits their brand. With member areas, you can unlock a new revenue stream for your business and free up time in your schedule and sell that time, okay, by selling access to gated content like videos, online courses, or newsletters. Create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Stand out in any inbox with the Squarespace email campaigns. Collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers. Start with an email template and customize it by applying your brand ingredients like site colors and logo. Built-in analytics measure the impact of every send. Use those analytics and insights to grow your business. Learn where your site visits and sales are coming from and analyze which channels are most effective. Improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on your top keywords or most popular products and content. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code idiot to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/idiot with the offer code idiot for 10% off your first purchase. Now let's get back to the show. Let's do some Asking Idiots.
Let's do some Asking Idiots, Taylor. What we got? Alex Boss 34 says, how do you weigh doing what you love versus making money? You do what you love, you will make money. I am a stern believer in that. If you do what you love, it won't even feel like work. And by the time the money starts rolling in, you're going to be looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at all your people saying, I cannot believe we get paid to do this shit.
Yeah.
I think about that. I remember one time back in the day, you looked at me when we were busting up some checks. You said, this shit is like we printing money, man. I can't believe this shit, man. Can you believe this shit? The reality is, no, I cannot.
Nope.
I'm just being honest. That's how I feel about my whole life. I cannot believe this shit. When I look at my life, I'm like, whoa, I can't believe this shit. And that goes for everything across the board. It don't matter if it's Breakfast Club, Black Effect, Brilliant Idiots,
family,
my family, my book publishing company at Simon & Schuster,
Bustin' Dog Lips.
No, SBH Productions at Audible. Businesses I do. It's all unbelievable to me, and it's all because I genuinely love what I do. I make money doing what I love to do. And guess what? I did it for the love initially.
Yep.
And it turned into what it's turned into. And I will not stop having fun. The moment I stop having fun, the moment I stop loving it is when I'm going to stop doing it.
Facts. Agreed.
Cookie Man 1 says, is the pod going to release at a certain date and time when the reintroducing begins in 2023? That is the goal, Cookie Man 1.
It is going to release at a certain date and time.
It is. That's the goal.
We're not going to say it, but it is.
Yeah. That's the goal. You act like we want to be late. We don't want to be late. Like we start this like, yo, we try to record.
Damn, huh?
You know what she found?
Man, why you got a white lady?
It says, here's what I found. Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God and Andrew. Damn. How Siri know what the fuck he was talking about? Siri's like, don't even lie right now. But we do try. We try to be on schedule.
We do.
We're
busy guys.
We busy, man.
But I think also having a new studio and like both of us just trying to lock in a time and prioritize that time will make it easier. There's going to be weeks where it's not that way, but we're going to do our best. We're gonna do our best.
Oh, this is a good question. X to the Z says, Andrew, we're talking having a child in the future. Do you feel your comedy will change?
I hope so. I hope my comedy evolves. I don't ever want to be doing the same shit over and over again. I think the true testament to having a great career is continually evolving, and I think those are the people who last the longest. I think a lot of times you almost see creators becoming like caricatures of themselves, like they're doing an impression of themselves.
So they're not tapping into what's real. They're tapping into what was working for them all those years.
Yeah. So I hope, I'm like excited for the life change. Like I almost feel like I've spoken about everything. I've said everything I want to say. Like I'm at this point in my life where I want to digest new things and I want to put myself in more uncomfortable situations. Like the thing about comedy is it oftentimes comes from uncomfortable situations. The thing about money is it creates comfort. So you need to have discomfort for good comedy. All the funny stories we tell on this podcast are from uncomfortable shit happening. And
that's why your comedy is going to be so great, because you're going to, I mean, and it's going to happen naturally. You're going to hear more marriage stuff from you.
Yeah.
You're going to, when you have kids, you're going to hear kid stuff from you.
Yeah.
I already hear you saying, you know, having a dog is way easier than raising a child.
Yeah.
I mean, that just sounds like an Andrew Schulz take. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I think that's cool. And it's also cool to like get older with all the people listening. Like we've been doing this for a decade, and I don't want to continue chasing fucking the youth. I don't ever think that that's good. I think that you have to evolve with the people who listen and then be an inspiration for the youth. They should tap in and they should be like, oh, this is what a cool set of adults are. This is what cool family men. This is what I aspire to be. Like when I was younger, I was watching Chris Rock and I was like, oh, wow, that's a cool way to think of it as an adult, be in a relationship, all these things. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. And thank you for asking.
El Nino Pepin O says, Charlamagne the God.
Sorry. Sabi,
what you doing?
Wire. No. Sabi, come.
El Nino Pepin Zero says, Charlamagne the God, who would you rather let clap them cheeks? DJ Envy or Andrew Schulz?
Ooh, this is a really big question here.
Disrespectful question, though.
Why?
Because do I look like a bottom to you, bro?
But this is really a size thing. It's not a personality.
Nah, bro. Don't play me. I ain't no bottom, bro.
Oh, you're top?
Easily power top energy over here, bro.
Really? So you're just wasting that thing?
Taylor, what?
That's what I'm saying. That's a waste.
Taylor said, I cannot say that I'm thick and don't want to be a bottom. That makes zero sense.
Wait.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you got all them cheeks for what?
For people to look at and be enticed by.
Bro. Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
This ain't a wax museum.
You get to look at this and be enticed by it, but you don't get to clap it, bro. You better turn around.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Turn around.
No.
Oil up your ankles, let your Timbs tap.
Whoa.
All right? What you talking about, bro? Disrespect me.
I don't even know what that means,
my cheeks,
bro.
I got power top energy, and y'all know it.
Nah, that's a waste. That's like getting a BBL and nobody hits it from the back, dummies. Right? Like the fuck the BBL.
BBL stands for be back later, bro. I figured that out, yo.
Why?
Y'all been using the term wrong for a long time, because that's what happens. You go to the Dominican Republic, you get some shit done, you come over here, eat whatever the fuck you want, don't work out, and that's why they say you'll be back later.
Oh, really?
So you got to go right back to the DR and get your shit done all over again.
Wait a minute. Do you know women who have gained tons of weight after having a fatty?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because they don't fucking sustain it. They don't do everything that they need to do in order to motherfucking keep the body that they just went to go get paid for. It's so stupid.
Oh no. Damn. Do we know a girl that did that?
I don't think I know it. Scroll down some more, Taylor.
Not who I'm thinking of? Nah, she's working out still?
That's a good idea, the corner. That's why I'm not going to say it out loud.
What?
Oh, this was good. No, we can end on this one. This is a good one. This hurt my feelings, and I ain't even no comedian. The Monster says that we should buy Caroline's and open up the Brilliant Idiots Comedy Club. Y'all can do it. Whoa.
Yeah, I think we leave that last line now.
No, I'm not reading that last line, bro. Whoa. That last line is wild, bro. Wow. What do you think, man?
I'm good.
What? You gonna let this you wouldn't want Caroline's?
No, I don't fuck with Caroline's.
Oh, you don't do Caroline's?
No, the guy there who would block me from the New York Comedy Festival.
Who's the guy there?
Lou Ferranda.
Really?
Yeah. So now his club is going out of business. Isn't it funny that people who be blocking me be going out of fucking business? Isn't that funny? Doesn't that give you a chuckle? Isn't that funny? Comedy Central, Caroline's, you know what I mean?
Comedy Central ain't going out of business.
Yeah, others, you know what I'm saying? Their stand-up is done. Ain't no more stand-ups coming out on Comedy Central.
Man, that is so fucking funny.
I'm just saying, I see a trend. That's
I'm with you, bro. I be feeling the same way. My God don't play about me, bro.
My God don't play about me.
And that's why I don't even be tripping, man. I be, people do certain things to you and they try to block you from things and get certain campaigns going. And I just sit back and watch watch what happens. And then next thing you know, you see headlines like this.
I try to help them.
I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when they're doing things to me, I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself?
To yourself.
You ain't doing nothing to me.
Say it.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Say it.
You know God don't play about me.
I'm going to be good. But that guy?
But then again, that could be arrogance on our part, right? And that could be ego on our part. Because the reality is, if they're doing you like that, that just might be who they are. So they're probably doing a whole bunch of people like that. So that's just a bunch of energy coming back to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know that about Caroline's. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I saw you at Caroline's. I've seen some great.
I performed there. It was great.
Caroline's one of my favorite places to go and watch comedy.
Iconic New York venue.
And I don't go nowhere. And even prior to me just going to Caroline's, Wendy Williams used to do a Wednesday night at Caroline's. Mm-hmm. And that was one of my first New York experiences. When I first moved up here to New York, that was the thing. Caroline's Wednesday night, you got to be there. You know what I mean? And I would be there, and that's how I met a lot of these, people in New York on the comedy circuit, the T.K. Kirklands, the Rob Stapletons, the Drew Frazier's. I met all of them, when they was doing Wednesday nights at Caroline's. And then over the years, I watched all of my friends. That was the thing. I watched Kevin, I'll never forget when Soul Train didn't perform well, and then Kevin had that sitcom on NBC that ended up getting canceled, and so he decided to get back into the comedy clubs, and that's all you kept hearing. Kevin Hart killing in these comedy clubs. Kevin Hart killing these comedy clubs, selling out these comedy clubs. And then it was this one big weekend he had at Caroline's where he had 14 shows. I'll never forget. We backstage. This was 2010 maybe?
Yeah.
2009, 2010. We backstage. And him and Duvall was arguing like they always do. And I tell this story all the time because it's real. Kev goes, they about to say my name. They about to announce me. This club's going to go so crazy and I'm not going to be able to hear you anymore. And so as soon as he said that, he's like, come to the stage, Kevin Hart. Crowd goes crazy. Kev just winks and walks off. But think about that. You know how much 14 shows in a weekend is at Caroline's?
I mean, that is.
But that's how everybody knew Kevin had arrived.
Unbelievable.
So in a lot of ways, when you see somebody do a set at Caroline's and they got a 4-show weekend, 6-show weekend, they've arrived. You know what I mean?
Dude, Akash Singh.
Kosh just sold out Caroline's.
Sold out the whole weekend. That's right. 5 shows sold out at Caroline's.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that right there. When I saw you post that, I'm like, oh, Akash is here now.
Yeah.
So it's just some of those moments. That's what I look at Caroline's as. So
This is the iconic headlining venue in New York. It was for years where I saw all these guys. You saw all these guys.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was like a rite of passage as a comic to headline Caroline's.
And I think it's a recession-proof business for the most part, unless it's a pandemic where people can't be out. But even during a recession, there's certain things people are going to spend on. Date night at a great comedy show with a fire comedian there all weekend, you going, bro.
Yeah.
You going.
Especially tough times, you're going to want some laughs, So,
there
are other great comedy clubs in the city that you could go catch headliners at. Gotham Comedy Club is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then great showcase shows in the city. You go check out New York Comedy Club, the Comedy Cellar. There's so much comedy going on right now in the city, so.
I love all of them. Love all of them. It's interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see New York without Caroline's, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front. That's going to be very, 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 very interesting. That's all we got.
Yes, sir.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.